guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm at the monthly Motorsports by Reeves gathering, walking around. The show's kind of dwindling out, but you know what? I found something that just drew me in. This is a 2019 Chevrolet Corvette Grand Sport. So remember, the big talk of the town is the new C8. Well, guess what? We got this C7 right in front of us, and there's still plenty of flavors of it that really satisfies everybody's need and want when it comes to a Corvette. Chevrolet Corvette's been around since 1953. There's been 7 generations. Like I said, that C8, it's gonna be something different, mid-engine, first time ever. But I say, hey, let's keep enjoying these C7s. So if you were to go into your Chevrolet dealership right now, you have some choices. You could go with a Stingray, which, remember, that iconic name came back in 2014. Does anybody know the first year Stingray was put on a Corvette? It was actually 1963. So if you said that, go ahead, get yourself an extra heaping of ice cream. You deserve it. So 1963 was the first time Stingray was on a Corvette. Came back in 2014, the first year of the C7. So you could get a Stingray. You could go this route with a Grand Sport. Now, what a Grand Sport is, basically has all the Z51 option stuff on a Stingray, but it's going to be wrapped in that Z06 bodywork, that wider bodywork. You then can go Z06, which, remember, Z06, 650 horsepower, 650 foot-pounds of torque, supercharged engine, or if you're lucky enough, you could go the ZR1 route, which is going to be 755 horsepower. But let's go ahead and talk about this Grand Sport. Grand Sport name actually appeared on that C2 generation of Corvettes. It was a special racer that Zora Duntov was able to get out the back door to go up against those 427 Cobras. Fast forward to 1996 is when the Grand Sport name was attached to a street-going Corvette. And now here we are, like I said, with a C7 and that Grand Sport name. Let's go ahead and check out the design. Right off the bat, I love the Grand Sport because it has that Z06 bodywork. The flared out fenders, you can see the extra fender on the side, and then this one is optioned with that really aggressive lower lip spoiler. I really love the side spats here. This one featured in carbon fiber, very, very nice touch. As we work our way across the front, nice large open grille, gonna force feed the radiators to this V8. You got brake cooling ducts, and then there's that iconic cross flags, the Chevrolet bow tie flag and the checker flag, because remember, this is America's sports car. Now, one thing that I like about this one is the owner has done some extra stuff to it. I love the racing stripe. Very, very clean. The silver goes well with the red and the black, and I love how it's got the hash marks and the Grand Sport name on the side as you work your way towards that windshield. Now, what's interesting is that, remember, the opening of this Corvette is specific. The hoods all open up backwards. Let's go ahead and get to the wheels. Check these wheels out. Gloss black. You can see that the rotors, like I said, Grand Sport is that track option. This thing may not have 650 horsepower like a Z06, but it's going to handle like the business, and it's going to definitely give you faster lap times. Massive Brembo calipers. I love the wheel design. You got the Corvette name engraved into the side, and those slotted rotors are going to help cool those brakes to give you maximum braking capability. Let's check out the engine. Here's where this owner has decided to splash some of his own personality. So we got some chrome trim adorning everywhere you look within this engine bay. Even, Tom, show them on the back side of the hood, the Corvette logo has a nice chrome look to it. Very nice touch. This thing is mated to that 7-speed transmission. So you're looking at 460 horsepower. And remember that the engine is a side oiler. What that means is that the oil does not reside in the oil pan. It actually is in a separate container and then is fed oil. That's going to actually help lubrication as you're on the track, because like we said, the Grand Sport is all about taking that ultimate track Corvette there and have a nice balance. Because yes, you could go get a ZR1, you could have 755 horsepower, but you better be twinkle toes with that throttle because of all that power. With something this route, 460 horsepower, you're going to be able to manage that much more, and you're going to be able to handle those turns. So with the side oiler, it's about the G-forces so that the oil does not slosh around in the oil pan. As we work our way back, I love the hash marks that the Grand Sport has. A lot of people always ask me, what is the point of that? What's the styling reference? Believe it or not, it goes all the way back to early racing days. When teams had different team cars that all looked the same, they would add or subtract slashes off the fenders so that when they saw the car coming down pit road, they knew exactly which car it was. So that's where that comes from. I love the side fender vents on the Corvettes. And another thing that I love is I like the way they've brought in the name. You know, for many years, the vent were just faux vents. There wasn't anything there. But this is how you could tell that this is a Grand Sport. And it's not just because of the name. The Grand Sport actually has the divider here. If this was a Z06, it would be one large black opening. With the Grand Sport, you get the divider in there and it says the name. And I actually think it looks better, to be honest with you, than compared to the Z06. Very large, lower sill area, nice touch, and especially on this red is, I mean, think about it. I really think that Prince had it right with that song, Red Corvette. Up onto the hood, love how that racing stripe goes from the hood onto the roof. Remember, all Corvettes are targa top. What that means is the whole top comes off, you can put it in the back, and you don't lose any structural rigidity to it at all. Here's some other Grand Sport specifics. So you have this rear vent, one on each side. This is for the transaxle. Remember, Corvettes have a transaxle. What that means is that the transmission is in the back. That's going to help with that, get to that 50-50 weight distribution. A lot of people think this cools brakes. No, this actually cools that transaxle in the back. Down here, we do have extra cooling, and then, like I said, as you go from front to back, the lines on this thing are just mind-blowing. To wrap it out the back, I love the nice, tasteful, nothing too aggressive. You know, on the ZR1, you could get that very large wing. On this Grand Sport, I'm really loving this deck lid spoiler. And then as we drop down, you got the traditional, I know they're not totally round anymore, but you got the traditional taillight style taillights, all functional venting. And then this particular owner decided to add red to the rear diffuser, which I think gives it an extra look. Nice active exhaust. Remember, this exhaust, a quad tip, you could open and close, whether you want it louder or quieter. Just really clean, and you know that this thing screams performance. But if these are the types of cars you like to see on Radius Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you. Thank you for being part of the Radius Rides family. Check out all my different forms of social media, and you know what they're called. It's all Radius Rides original content. If you want to get yourself some merch, click the link in the description. Takes you right to Spreadshirt. We got to give it up to Big Guns McGee, working 3 cameras. This guy's got 2 photography cameras. He's got the video camera going. Check him out on Instagram, @MoshPhotos. You're going to see a softer side of Tom. Only the ladies get to see that 90% of the time. So anyways, thank you, Tom, for all your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.